Oi, oi. I don't expect anyone to be here right now. Oi, who's made it over? Cheers, Banshee. Leave your DNA, thanks, Bansh. Right, let me just do my own DNA on it first. Just jumped through the portal. Thanks, Sharon. Happy days. All right, I need to put my own. I thought I started this at 6:15 because the actual thing starts at 6:30. So I was like, oh, but I set it wrong. But it doesn't matter. We're here now. We're loving it. Right, let me like the video. Hey, hey. Sarah P in the house. We can all start now. Sarah P's here. We can start. I never like to start a stream without Sarah saying something. You're watching it. Happy days. Watching the end of the car chase. Happy days. Yeah, if you can do it, happy days. It's obviously I hope this doesn't play up now as well. Let me just test it out. Shall I just test it out quickly? Um, I need to find another stream just in case I'm having problems with some stuff here. I'll play yesterday's live for the Texans one. First of all, I've been streaming has been playing up, so I just wanted to test this just in case. Present. So we're not watching this. Don't worry. We're just testing this out before we get involved. There seems to work okay, doesn't it?
What's the process? So this firearm came with a magazine. I loaded two cartridges
Yeah.
in the
Right.
magazine,
It's
inserted it into the
fine.
firearm,
Stop screen.
pointed the firearm into the shooting.
That's fine. I just wanted to check that out. That looks okay to me. Hopefully, this one, this stream is gonna be better than the other one. For some of you, if you are like car chases, Sarah P is out there. Sarah P, I can imagine you're a crazy one. You're probably like, oh, go faster, go faster. Who we got? Who we got? Toxic or Banshee? I think it's toxic. I think it's toxic. I think it's toxic. I'm gonna gamble and say it's toxic. Banshee was like half hour behind. No, I wasn't half an hour, about 10 minutes behind earlier on. It was quite funny. He kept answering questions like, "What's he talking about?" "Oh, right, okay, he's well behind." Um, dick! Oh, I can't. Nope, not swearing, Banshee. I I'm not swearing. I'm not allowed to swear for the first 2 hours, Bansh, so I can't. I thought I thought it was toxic. It can be so fun to watch. Yeah, I love them. We need to watch more of them. I actually do like them, so we'll watch more of them. Prod me and say, because I actually like watching them. So, Bunch, you can swear in there, right? I have to, my potty mouth has to stop. Because Sarah P will be on my ass if I swear again. Let me share this as well then on Twitter, my channel. This is a description of how I can't do two things at once on Twitter. Okay, that's me, channel. There, share, Twitter. Oh no, lost it. Share, Twitter. Okay, got it. Life sentencing, done. They tweet about it. Send now, yes. And it's up. It is up. And I now can relax. Now I've done it. Jets are waving for me. Oh, Denzel Mims being waved from the Jets. Oh, okay. Who's gonna pick him up then? That's gonna be interesting. Um, so right, everyone's safe now because I cannot swear the first 2 hours. Otherwise, you don't know the whipping that Sarah P will give me. Driver stopped in the road and now is now a standoff police. Why don't doesn't make sense to me. Right, let's get this one up here now then. Share screen. I love talking through my process. Share. Um, then I can watch live there then. I need a backup as well. No, so it's only for the first 2 hours there is Bunch, 'cause um I'm what you call it. So we so every time I do a stream, I'm instantly limited. Instantly limited with all my I don't get any payments for my videos, right? I'm out of the algorithm and everything like that. Only thing it can be is my swearing. And also the only other person who can make me swear, I am being good, is this girl right here. Melissa. Melissa, welcome. Melissa's an OG. She used to be here from the start. Well, she left us. But she does pop in now and again. I love Mel. Hey, now I'm not gonna out well, I am gonna out you here, Melissa. You got a beautiful pic now as your profile picture. I read you said something that you're married. Your husband. I was gonna ask on Twitter. I I was gonna ask on Twitter, but I thought, no, it's too many people. Now here, there's only 9 people here. Are you actually married now? "Hey, Melissa, I got busy, life is" I you know I'm joking, you know I'm joking. It's all good. Lulu, hello, in between patients. That's all good, Lou. It's all good. I've always wanted to see this one, the Guerrero one now to see what's going on, what sentencing he gets. So it's gonna be interesting. Cheers, Banshee. Hit that like button. It's free. It is free. Put your DNA on it, like Bansh says. Um, sorry for outing you, Mel, but I just need to know. For some reason, I think you're married, and if you are, congratulations. If you're not, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's happy days. Congratulations. Congratulations to Melissa. I didn't think you were. It's but only recently though, right? Yeah. So congratulations. Happy for you. No wonder you've been busy as well with that. Um, Hi, Lou. So let's hope that Court TV's got this bad boy working fine now. I've also got Law and Crime here as well. Those of you who don't know Melissa, Melissa's lovely. She's a nurse, but she's got a background in law as well. She used to be study law. Um, and yeah, I won't say where she's from just because, but it's in the middle of America somewhere. And yeah, she's been OG. She used to watch this these trials when I used to have like 2 people watching. So nice to see you back, Mel. Let me get Law and Crime here as well then to see if it does show on that, just in case. Leave your touch DNA on the like button. Hey, thanks, Sharon. You can see you're a mod. Bunch, if you're allowed to say, and I'm not gonna put words in your mouth, who did you mean about don't mention that guy's name or something in the last stream? Who if you're allowed to say it, or did I mention a name that I'm not allowed to say? I'm OJ OG. That yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that is OG. But I meant more this stream OG Lawyer Kid. But yes, I've watched that, but what didn't watch it live though. Yeah, Lou, fair play. Toxic, right, has brought a lot of people from Recovery Addict over. Some of the mods and Sharon's here, and we got Samantha as well if she comes over. And there was others as well. I don't remember the names, unfortunately, all of them. But No, thank you to Toxic. Bunches pass our thanks on to Toxic. She's a star that got us lots of people to come over. And just, because I don't think Recovery is streaming today, so, it's always nice to get new people popping in when others aren't streaming. Right, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I'm assuming talk about oh, yeah, he's a I can't say what I think of him, but yeah. I I yeah. I mean, each their own. Some people will like each their own. That's why I never mention his name because everyone has their favourites or people they like to watch. Not my cup of tea. And there's another one that's not my cup of tea, but I won't say the name because I think most people here would hate me for it. Um, Lou Hiliasai. Lou's great. If you haven't seen it, Lou's got videos out. Go to her channel, Lou Hillias Psych. She's got videos out that she does about psychology and stuff. She's really awesome, really good listen. Um, so yeah, take a look. Take a look now. 2, 3 minutes. Then don't think Law and Crime, which is I don't understand why Law and Crime don't show it. We live in moment. Will he be doing Kohlberg? Yes, but Kohlberg's not happening until next year, is my guess. But when it does happen, yes, I will be showing it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeedy, Kohlberger. Kohlberg is the reason I started getting into true crime, really. Well, no, I did get into it before that, but live streams then. Like, my first ever live stream was Alex Murdoch that I watched. And I think one of the first streams that I actually televised partly was Zachariah Anderson. Um, what's that? Carly Russell. Okay, we will. Thank you, Bunch. We got 2 trials. We've got another trial after this one, which is Texas shooting. What is it? What is the street? WFLA News Channel. Is that the channel, Bunch? W. Have you posted the right link there? WFLA News Channel 8. It's hard to work during OJ. I can imagine. I can imagine. Like, I didn't watch it live, but oh, schedule starting less than 1 minute. I thought so, but I was just like, I'm not really sure what you are trying to get me to do here. Ugh, just post whoever you want people to subscribe to. There's probably only 2 people in the world I do not want people to subscribe to. One you know already, and the other one you don't know, but I don't think that you would post their link, so it's fine. In the moment, in the moment, live. Right. Hey, so Sam, I can't call you the other one yet because for people that don't know, here she is. Oops. Oh no, hang on. Because I forgot I've got 2 hours to behave. Can't swear for 2 hours. I'm just trying to get better at this, like, so the only one on the list so far, Samantha Terry. I can't say it out because 2 hours to wait. Oh, here we go. Yes, I don't get paid anything, um, Sam. So 100% I'm trying to behave. You can bet your bottom dollar. You just copy paste it, bunch. Copy paste bunch. Right. Okay.
Hey there, welcome to Scripps News Live. Great to see you on this Wednesday. I'm Veronica Dela Cruz. Let's get you caught up right now on the day's top stories. A New York federal judge has rejected former President Trump's demand for a new trial on the E. Jean Carroll case. In May, a
What is it doing now? Why is it Court TV receiver? What's that mean? What channel are you trying to do, Banch? Let us the chat. Let me know the channel and I'll post it. Oh, what's this mean now? Live TV, Court TV receiver one. Okay. Oh, lose link. Yeah, 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 yeah. Fine, I'll do that. I could do that. Um, yeah, I think you just leave it toxic there. I got it. I got you for Lou. I got Lou's link here. I got Lou. I got Lou sorted. We can paste Lou's link whenever we want because she's a good one. So yeah, that's a great channel to look at. Go subscribe to Lou. She's got great insights and she's going to start doing more stuff around psychology and trials and stuff like that. Right, this is a I hate this kind of stuff. It always makes me worry. Hmm. This is my moment. Right. So sorry guys, I'm not participating. Um yeah, give her a like and a sub. Please give Lou a sub anyway, whatever she is great. This is what I hate here is that right, I'm gonna try and see if we can get some backup streams here as well. Um Nothing there. Right. Let's get ready to rumble. Here we go. Stacey, welcome to the club. Stacey Henry. Think you're new. Um, no, I said the same. I went into the trial saying this guy's a weirdo. This guy's an absolute weirdo. I hope they chuck the book at him. But after watching the trial, I feel so bad for him. I hope he gets probation today. Genuinely hopes he gets probation. He deserves punishment for what he did, but that girl 100% deserves punishment as well. She led him on so bad. But she's like, "No, anytime, though. I always promote your channel anytime. I can't wait for your next video." Totally agree. You see, if Sarah P agrees with you, you know you're on the right path. Never heard of this trial, but I'm very interested. Yeah, you would think he's a weed. He is a weirdo. You know, he obviously broke in, so he did burglarize the house and said, "Well, he didn't burglarize. He went in." Um, Oh, Stacey. I knew the name. I knew the name, yes. Did him dirty as well. Yeah, I mean, he deser here we go. He deserves punishment, but she deserves it as well. "Oh, being here just can't catch my lives." The kid was naive. Yes. Yeah, you do. Sav girl, yes. That was not a very popular opinion, that people had. Oh, well, did not like my opinions. I lost a lot of subscribers because of it. Thank you for joining, everyone. Hit the like button. Here we are, Sarah P, number 1 mod. It's so hard getting any kind of understanding of why Zach's ex did what she did. Yes. That's Nick. I'm just checking that he's got it. Yes. So I know he was doing it. Right, let me just get this. I need to get the extension on. I'll boost the extension on to 600%. Um, what he did and said what she said. Yeah, I can imagine. I wouldn't want your job to do that. He's weird immature. Yes. Yes, I agree that he's weird and immature. Zavga needs to be taken off the net. Period. Dirty woman for thinking it was her right to release. Those all top view. I have a slightly different view on your bunch, but I don't disagree with you. She should never have posted them. She should never bought them. She should never have posted them, and she should never have sold it. 100%. I just don't like the cancel culture around her. Also, I think the bad guys here is the court. Why did the court release it? Um, I don't agree the court should have released it. If you're sick enough or if you're whatever enough to post it, then I unfollow straight away. I don't subscribe to anything. Mm, but each to their own. If people want to do it, I just don't agree with people trying to cancel her. Um, I think you can cancel her by not watching her stuff or not supporting the channel. That's what I've decided to do, and just stick out of it really. But you will never see any of those kind of stuff on this channel. I just don't agree with it. I was this on um subscriber, but I've been subscribing to her for over a year. Yeah, I don't know her at all. Yeah, everyone's the right to opinion. That's fine. As I say, I just wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't purchase it. I wouldn't show it. Not her right. The laws are different in Colorado. Yeah, I think I don't know. This is where I get a bit funny. Is it her? Um, uh, it was somebody said something that lawfully she's done nothing wrong. Because she was. I don't know. I don't know what the law is. But if that's true and lawfully she's allowed to, then but I do not. I 100% do not believe what she did. 100%. I do not. I don't think she should have done what she did, and I'll never purchase it. I'll never watch her content. I'll never do anything with it. Um, for her, same as yep. For a country is older now. Over a country song. Yep. This case, what's the backstory? So, backstory is this guy broke into this girl's house. She's on OnlyFans. She basically led him on, egged him on. They slept together. She told him that she loved him, asked him over several other times, but then just ditched him. So he had to drive 5 hours to get to her. So she'd drive 5 hours. He would drive 5 hours to get her, and then she'd say, "I'm too busy," or she would make the car for 2 hours, um, and stuff like that. Just messed him about. She told him about a fantasy she had about him breaking in and taking pictures of her in the evening. Um, he bought her a couple of bits of stuff like a fireplace, a TV, stuff she asked for. Um, basically, she just massively led him on. Then he did break in through a window, stayed in her attic for a few days, which was creepy. He then took a photo of her womanhood in the night, and I think he broke in a couple of times. He cut a key of the house so he could let himself back in, and he stayed in the attic for quite a while. Uh, he shouldn't have done what he did, but she did massively, massively lead him on and stuff like that. He was caught one evening in there, and then basically. They called the police, he got arrested. He didn't deny anything, he told them what he did. And then they just looked at all the text messages, and all you see in the text messages is her leading him on, asking for money and stuff like that. And that's it, basically. I feel really sorry for him. No,
All right, good afternoon, Mr.
I've not watched
Guerrero.
it yet. I'm gonna watch it, though.
So the way I intend to proceed this afternoon, I will hear from the state first, recommended sentence, and then I'm going to
Yeah.
hear from Attorney Starbranch on his
head.
recommended sentence. Both sides, of course, will give their reasoning. I'll also hear, to the extent that either side wishes to call either victims or witnesses in support of you, I'll hear from them as well. Before we, and then after both sides are done, Mr. Guerrero, I'm going to give you an opportunity to speak on your own behalf if you wish. You're not required to say anything today. You have the right to remain silent. If you choose to say anything about your sentencing, I may take it into account in deciding your appropriate sentence. If you choose not to speak, I will not hold that against you in any way because you do have a constitutional right to remain silent. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. After I've heard from everyone, then I'm going to take a short recess to consider everything that's been presented to me, and I'll make my final decision, and then I'll come out and announce my sentence. Before we
Right, just to explain this. So on the night that he was caught, she met him in his car because she would not let him in the house. She got him hard, gave him started giving him a blowy, and then as he was like getting, you know, she stopped and said, "No, I'm going to stop. I don't want to carry on." Like, well, you don't do that to a man. You don't do that.
begin, there's a legal issue that I wanted to address with counsel, and that regards, there's the burglary conviction in 22 CR 68, charge ID ending in 38C. It's the burglary that alleges the fourth entry and the fourth and final entry, and alleges that the purpose to commit the crime of invasion of privacy or violation of privacy and or theft therein. And then there is the conviction for violation of privacy for having recorded Ms. Nunez. That recording, as I recall the evidence, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong, occurred on the early morning hours of the night before he was arrested. It being the underlying offense that he intended to commit either upon entry or while remaining there, and it's not a Class A felony, the law requires that conviction to be vacated. You cannot be convicted of both the burglary and the underlying offense unless it's a Class A felony. I assume you have no disagreement with that, Attorney Starbranch?
I don't.
But Attorney Garrod,
I said no, but I'm wrong, it's great.
I'm sorry?
This was a nighttime burglary, so
No, the burglary is a Class A felony, but the underlying offense is a Class A misdemeanor.
yes, sir.
And you can't be convicted of that underlying offense unless separately, unless it's a Class A felony, and then you can be convicted of both the burglary and the substantive felony.
Yes, sir.
And that's RSA 635-1. Four, subsection 4. And so I wanted, if the state has thought about this issue, whether there was any argument that that invasion of privacy is not the alleged offense in the burglary that you say he, and the jury found he intended to commit. It seemed to me that they lined up from an evidence standpoint, and I would understand why you charged both, because he could be convicted of the violation of privacy without the burglary, and vice versa. Any thoughts on that?
My only other thought was that there were 2 violations of privacy, and I understand that one was
He was
vacated by the jury.
he was acquitted of that charge,
Right.
but that one also, according to the evidence, was the morning of that early morning hours of just before he was arrested.
Correct, it would have occurred pretty much simultaneously with the reporting.
Right. So even then, that alternative theory on violation of privacy still would have been covered by that burglary indictment, right?
Right, but I'm just wondering if there's any argument that you could have a conviction for a burglary and a violation of privacy, assuming that the jury found that the burglary with the intent to commit the violation of privacy was the other violation of privacy, but that would make sense. Sorry, I'm just trying to think out loud here.
Maybe it could, but the indictment wasn't specific
Right.
as to which one. You charged two in violations of privacy, and so both would have been covered by that same indictment. The indictment does also say theft, but I don't think there was any evidence of an intent to commit a theft in that fourth entry.
Yes, I understand what you're saying. I just haven't had the chance to think about it in that context.
Attorney Garrod, I'll hear from you first on sentencing.
Next time, one second, Karen.
Yes.
11 years, Sharon. No, 13 years, Sharon. Max, 13.
So, Your Honor, I did submit sentencing sheets, but I would like to amend one of them with an addition. So essentially what I'm asking for on the daytime burglary, that first entry in that February 7th to 9th period is 3.5 to 7 years in the New Hampshire State Prison with 6 months suspended off of the minimum for sex offender programming, with the 3 criminal trespasses have 12 months staying committed to run concurrent. I would also ask that the as well as a 48 on the nighttime burglary suspended for a period of 5 years upon release that has no contact with the victims in this case, to include Rachel Nunez, Weston Nunez, and Victoria Burke. I would also request that pursuant to 651B1 that the defendant be required to register as a Tier 1 offender for a period of 10 years. Under that statute, so long as the court finds by clear and convincing evidence that at the time of conviction or sentencing that he committed the offense as a result of a sexual compulsion, that's been satisfied. I think that has been proven as the violation of privacy is considered a Tier 1 offense, and he was found guilty of that, the understanding that in order to vacate the conviction. I think that's appropriate here. So the reason we're asking for a period of staying committed time in the New Hampshire State Prison is that the defendant's behavior in this case was incredibly concerning, and over a period of 2 months, the defendant escalated in such behavior that it created not just a pattern of concerning behavior, but scary behavior to the victims, leaving them with lifelong impacts. We believe that it warrants his removal from the community for a period of time and a significant punishment, as well as a deterrent for the defendant to not engage in such behavior in the future. And to just go through again what the defendant was doing during that 2.5 month period. I'm not going to belabor it as Your Honor was present for the trial. However, there were some things that did not come up during the trials. They would not have been relevant to the charges, but I think are important for the court to know, given the context of what was happening. The defendant had only been conversing with Rachel for a few-month period before he started to come up to New Hampshire to visit her. On the first occasion when he came to New Hampshire, that would be on December 6th. They had never talked or made plans for him to come up. There was no, at that point, I guess, jokes about stalking or showing up in her apartment and things like that. That was something the defendant chose to do on his own. When he came on December 6th, he sat in the parking lot of her apartment building for a prolonged period of time, filming her as she walked to and from her building. And those videos were found on his phone later on. So already engaging in stalking type behaviors as early as December 6th. When she recognized him in his car, reached out and asked him if he was there. He denied it several times before he finally admitted it when she asked him to send either a FaceTime or a Snapchat of where he was at the time, and obviously he couldn't do that without revealing that he was in her apartment. And so she reprimanded him and asked him to leave. But engaging in that stalking type behavior and then lying about it when confronted. He came up on December 12th. He spoke about that a little bit when he testified, but that was the occasion where he learned that Rachel would be going out with her friends drinking, and he took it upon himself to drive the 5.5 hours up to New Hampshire so that he could watch her, in his words, to make sure that she was safe because he was worried about her. But again, that was something that he didn't tell her at the time, so he, driving that significant period of time, coming up, going to Portsmouth, figuring out where she was going and watching her leave the bar with her friends, engaging again in that stalking type behavior. On January 10th, he again came up unannounced. He was there at that point. It was like a 3-day period where he announced that he was there without giving her prior notice. And for a period of 3 days, he's attempting to try to get her to see him. Ultimately, she refuses to see him, and they don't meet up at all. And there's a pattern between this occasion and when he has his break-ins in February, and that's appeared to be maybe in retaliation, maybe in desperation for Rachel not seeing him, because when he doesn't see her during that period in January is when he starts to research the burglary tools. So he leaves on January 12th without getting to see her saying, bye, I can't talk to you again. And within 3 days, he's researching the burglary tools. Within 4 days, he's returning to New Hampshire. And at that point is when he breaks into her back barn and comes in the middle of the night, I think it's around 3 a.m., and starts to go through her childhood belongings, including her childhood poetry. And again, that's without ever telling Rachel that he's even in town. And an occasion where he came up to New Hampshire that he denied to the police and never admitted until I think he was on the stand. So that occasion, again, was the result of Rachel not speaking to him and this inability to see her or talk to her. And that is again exactly what happens when he comes up on February 7th. Right before that period of time, they had stopped speaking for about 6 days. He drives up on the morning of February 7th, drives through the night, arrives around 4 a.m., and that's when he goes in and out of her home over the next several days. And so again, leading up to the burglaries in the 7th and the 9th, his behavior each time is escalating. It's concerning. It culminates on those burglaries from the 7th to the 9th, each one being more brazen and each one escalating with its behavior. Looking at that first burglary on the 7th, that's when he comes inside the house. He uses, we believe, a crowbar to enter through a window. And he hides in the house until he can get the keys from Victoria. Victoria testified that she was in the house at 8 a.m. and she put the keys down after moving Rachel's car. And now when she came down from upstairs a half hour later, the keys were gone, meaning that the defendant had to have been hiding in their house while they are home, waiting for them to leave so he can steal the keys. Behavior that is dangerous not only to Victoria and Rachel, but to himself. And he does that, and leaves at that point, goes and makes a copy of the key, returns. He testified later that evening. Clearly could have gotten into the house at that point by using the key, but coming in the middle of the night once they're sleeping, and then leaves again. He talked about coming in the next morning, and again, becoming more brazen in what he's doing. That time bringing McDonald's in his phone in order to record the interior of the home. That's the point where he's stealing her underwear and going through the family photographs. At some point when he's in that house, he makes the conscious decision that he is going to track Rachel. And then as he says, he leaves and goes to Target to purchase a tile device in order to serve that purpose, and he can put it on her car or track her in some fashion. So he leaves to do that. And then again, we have the burglary that night. And the burglary that night is once again after a period where he and Rachel are arguing. She's saying, don't ever come here again. She's yelling at him for coming to her mother's house. He knows that she's heavily intoxicated, and he breaks in around, I believe it was 2 a.m., and goes in and out of her bedroom, in and out of the attic, looking at her phone. We know a goal of his was to get in her phone because that was in his to-do list. He's documenting she's documenting the phone number of the person she's talking to. He's taking photographs of her license, of her phone, walking around with his flashlight. Of particular concern to the state is the fact that he's doing these things not only while Victoria's sleeping and Rachel's sleeping, but while her 3-year-old was sleeping. And the defendant testified that he had no idea that the child was in bed with Rachel when she was that evening. However, we're talking about a 3-year-old, not a baby that can be hidden by blankets or something like that. A 3-year-old, I would argue, is difficult to miss.
Good.
I would also add that the defendant was going in and out of the attic. The attic entrance is in this child's room. So he would have passed this child's bed, which would be empty every time he's accessing that attic. So I would argue that there is evidence to suggest that he knew the child was at least
Oh,
in the
Sharon.
vicinity, either even if he wanted to believe he's in this bedroom, the defendant is going in and out of that attic right past the child's bed. But more importantly, taking
Chat.
photographs and creeping around Rachel's room while that 3-year-old is sleeping.
Oh, fuck off. That's nothing to do with it. She's making stuff up
Obviously, this
now. It's
culminates
like
in the most concerning
annoying.
behavior, which is the photographing video of Rachel's vagina. Obviously, sexual in nature, hence the need for a sex offender registration, but completely invasive and inappropriate and dangerous, and pretty much every woman's worst nightmare to have somebody creep into your bedroom in the middle of the night and photograph you. And I think that behavior really shows the escalation he was doing.
Yeah.
One wonders where this would have gone had the defendant not been arrested that night and Rachel not woken up. What the defendant would have ultimately done, I think one can only speculate, but it's a concern that we have. Not only the things that he did do, Your Honor, but the things that he had planned to do, which he did not accomplish. We have his to-do list, several things which were done, several things he had planned to do, like put the tracker on her car. He had made that substantial step in order to do that by purchasing the tracker and covering it with masking tape. But one thing I did ask him about additionally was putting microphones and stuff to hear her, something that he testified he wanted to do but wasn't sure how to accomplish. One thing we did not talk about at trial, because it was not admitted at trial, was his drug her and log into her phone, hopefully, which was on his list of things to do. The fact that the defendant even had the crossing thought of drugging Rachel, I think should be of significant concern to the court, as it is significant concern to the state that he was willing to harm Rachel in order to get into her phone to presumably unblock him from these devices. Thankfully, he did not get that far in his to-do list, but the fact that it was even a passing thought in his head enough to write down to remind himself to do, I think shows that it was at least something he had thought about and wanted. I believe the defendant's motivation for these actions is an uncontrolled sexual compulsion, which you see sometimes in sex offenders. Obviously, that sex offenders risk their lives and their freedom in order to sexually abuse children. The defendant was engaging in highly dangerous behavior, which he knew that there were great consequences for, in order to satisfy a sexual compulsion of being with Rachel. He is engaged in concerning other sexual behaviors, which...
Right, hang on. I'm sorry if it's annoying people to I stop it, but you can bugger off. This woman can bugger right off. She's making stuff up. That's not even testimony. This wasn't even evidence in the trial, and she's just saying all this stuff to make it sound worse. It's annoying. Oh shit. Play. Oh no, I can't pause it. Oh no, what have I done now? Hang on.
I believe there were Snapchat messages from January where he's at least seeking from a few different women their sexual services for pay. So engaging in other unlawful sexual behaviors. So that is part of the reason we believe sex offender programming is an important part of the sentence. I'd also note that on his phone he was using applications to communicate with hackers. Going so far as transferring money to hackers with the hope of having them access several females, including Rachel's social media accounts, so that he could get their news that were included on her social media accounts without having to pay for them. So he had done that a couple of times. And apparently he was involved in one text chain where he was able to obtain several of Rachel's nude videos and photographs from a hacker and paying that hacker in order to get that information. So certainly a series of concerning behaviors from the defendant. A residential burglary is concerning enough. 4 different entries in such a brief time frame. It really shows, I think, not only just a pattern but a plan, and certainly a pattern of escalation. I think the mitigating factor in this case, or really the only mitigating factors in this case, was the defendant's age and his lack of criminal record. Certainly the defendant was young when he committed this crime. He was only 20 years old. I think that there is no question that if the defendant was even in his late 20s, there would be no question about whether the defendant is going to prison. Really, the question of the defendant's sentence of how much time he should get is really due to the defendant's age. And I know the defense paints him as sort of naive, not old enough to understand. I think the defendant was well enough that he was old enough to understand, especially the way he would, I guess, hide what he was doing, so to speak, and took certain steps to cover his tracks. I do think that age does play a component in this, which is why I'm not asking for more standing committed time. But I do believe that there is circumstances in this case that warrant a standing committed sentence, even given his age and lack of criminal record. Last, Your Honor, one of the more aggravating factors in this case is the impact to the victims. So people forget to realize that Victoria was also a victim in this case, the homeowner, Rachel's mother. She submitted a victim impact statement, which I e-filed or filed in case lines for Your Honor to read. I think it really speaks to the impact to her. Rachel chose not to file a victim impact statement. I think her mom points out the impact to her as well. And Your Honor can take that into account. Rachel is somebody that was damaged before this. This certainly did not help. This has left Victoria with the inability to feel safe in her own home, something that she's worked very hard to achieve since becoming a single mother herself. So I would ask Your Honor to consider also the significant impact to the victims in this case, as well as the concerning behavior which we believe necessitates a lengthy staying committed prison sentence. Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll be watching that trial right after this.
Thank you. I'm not sure how you want to proceed this. I didn't close the beginning of the hearing. I do have two people who wish to speak, and I know that Mauricio is one who wish to allocate.
Okay.
I can make some remarks now. I'm happy to do that to respond.
I'll leave that up to you as to how you wish to present.
I think I'd like to, only because I have to tell you, my sentencing recommendation is dramatically different from the state's, obviously. I recommend a fully suspended sentence with probation, with a stacked consecutive state prison sentence, which is fully suspended. And I think the difference is, if you're applying the law, is the state's view of this pathology as being some sort of clinically provable sex offender theory. And I think it's much more simple than that. I think if you listen to Mauricio's testimony, if you and I know that you did, I know you read there and you hung on every word. She was 24, he was 20. She was his first girlfriend. As strange as that may sound, there's a pathology. That's it. She was able to somehow cultivate that into a fairly $2,300 worth of business. That doesn't include the fireplace, doesn't include the TV set, and other things. He thinks she's his girlfriend. There's a disconnect here. There's a pathology there. It's immaturity, not a sexual deviancy, but we live in times when you can find almost anything online. What he found online, what was OnlyFans, was completely legal. I don't personally think it's healthy. I wouldn't do it, but it's available. And I have no criticism of people who make a living, who make a livelihood out doing this type of work. I'm not here to criticize the person who does for being on OnlyFans. But what I am suggesting is he didn't understand the dynamic, and it's because he was played. He was encouraged to continue to spend money, to continue to patronize the site, to send her gifts, to give her cash. This is the problem. They have a relationship. This is not your typical burglary. And I know that the state wants to make this a sex offense. And the fact is, I decided to listen to it. I understand this argument. I understand this is sentencing, but this is really a stretch. There's no one who says this is a sexual deviancy issue. We could have had him evaluated if that was a concern. I didn't even have that as part of the sentence because I think it's pretty clear that when he is lonely, he's not a deviant, he's lonely, he's not popular, he doesn't have a girlfriend, he's isolated at home, and this is much simpler than I think the state would like to have you believe. He was lonely, he became enamored with somebody who communicated with him in a very strange way, because OnlyFans, the providers typically, I would hazard a guess, don't communicate with the clients. They don't allow the clients to visit them. I know that she didn't want to visit them, often, but sometimes she would allow it. And sometimes they had sexual correspondence and sexual penetration on the night he was arrested. This is very strange. In my humble opinion, I don't understand that most providers do that. Most of the time, they don't let people know who they are, how to locate them. She gave him her number. In fact, on more than one occasion, he attempted to break off things with her, only to have her recontact him, even through her friends. If you call him, I can't, he won't pick my phone, he won't respond to me. She reinitiates it. So contrary to what you would expect to believe that, well, somehow she was, under siege in her home, and he was outside circling, like some sort of shark. What she did was encourage this relationship. And I don't know if it was a financial issue, if she would need some money at the time, or what happened. She was the one that would go back to him. She was the one that called her friends to have her friends contact him. Why aren't you talking to me anymore? She's playing him. And again, I'm not being critical of what she does for a living. I am critical of that she misleads him on multiple occasions. She misleads him and she indulges fantasy. This list that the prosecutor was talking about, that's not the weirdest communication that exists in this case. There's some really bizarre things in this case. These emails, these text messages, they are disturbing, largely, frankly, coming from her. There's some really weird, offensive things, offensive language, racially charged language, not good stuff. Not good stuff at all. The list is just another entry in a long line of weirdness that this relationship has developed. I guess the biggest concern that I have is the idea that somehow he's a predator. The idea that somehow his pathology is such that he needs to be labeled a sex offender for the rest of his life. In fact, what he is misguided. He loves her. He has real feelings for her. He thinks this is his book. He has no bad, hurtful, or mean, or really criminal intentions towards her. In fact, throughout this, she's relatively at her whim. He goes up there, she doesn't want to see him, she'll go home. He does go to her house, he does, he wants to be close to her. It's funny, during the trial, once, he actually referred to the attic as his room. He thinks he's part of the family, part of a relationship. This is something that is deeper to him personally, in his heart of hearts, than this pathology that the state's trying to paint for you. He thinks this is his girlfriend, and he should have known better. He should have realized. They do have a relationship, but there's no question about that. But it's provider-customer relationship. That's what he didn't understand. He thinks it's more than that. He thinks she's his girlfriend. He thinks that she tells him repeatedly she finds him attractive. And that she enjoys the games they play. These are things that, when you talk about a 20-year-old, naive, lonely person, this is music to his ears. Because no one's ever said this to him before, ever. This is finally the dam is broken. Finally, he can be like everybody else. Finally, he has somebody who cares about him. Finally. This is the problem. She plays it. I'm not saying she had a huge design and she understood his emotional issues, his mental health issues. I'm not saying that she knew that and exploited that, but she certainly, encouraged this along when it was necessary for her to keep this going, to keep the money coming. And I agree, she didn't want to see him all the time, and she may never have really wanted to have sex with him, but she did because it helped the relationship along, it helped the game along, it helped this dynamic. That's why she would do it. That's why, the thing is, he was never charged with sexual assault. He was never charged with anything violent. Not only does he not have any record, but there's no history of violence of any kind, either charged or uncharged. The case is very clear that he never made any threats. He never threatened her. He never told her husband she should do stuff for her if she didn't respond to him. If you don't see me, you don't have sex with me, I'm going to come and do something to you. I'm going to hurt you, hurt your family. None of that happened because that's not what his mindset was about. That's not what his mindset is about. His mindset is he thinks this is his girlfriend and they have a weird relationship, they play games. And he's okay with whatever she wants to do, as much as she'll allow, he's there. Even if he's driving up there for nothing. On the outside chance, maybe she'll see him, he's willing to do that. And by the way, this community is not at risk because frankly, he can't wait to go home to Pennsylvania and we'll never see him again. Once he's able to go home and be with his family, that will be the end of it. But New Hampshire season of Mauricio Guerrero. So there's no concern there. It's in the, there's certainly no need for anything that the state suggests. It shouldn't have to be a registry. He's a boy, and a wise man told me once, you sentence the person, not the crime. You sentence the man, not the crime. In this case, he's a boy. You won't even be sentencing a man, you're sentencing a boy. He's immature, he's young, he's scared out of his mind. And, that's the pathology. It's your sense of faith at that point. I don't feel the need to respond to anything else that the state has said. I know the court, I'm afraid to belabor this because I know the court was there the entire time, and I know this court pays very close attention to what happens in this court, especially from the witness stand. But I do want to give this mom a chance to speak with you. His aunt is here too. Mom's English is poor. So if she would like to have her sister come with her to address you.
Of course.
Her sister also wrote a letter to you. So I don't want to, her name is Rena Santos.
Yep.
I'll have a letter from her as well. I don't know if she wants to address you independently, but I know mom wants to talk to you. And I know that Mauricio's counselor is available as well.
Oh, come on. That's the end of that anyway. It's fine. So we're going to hear from his mother and sister, I believe. Why is Court TV down like this now? Why are you doing these
State your names, please.
My name is Lauren Lee. I'm Mauricio's name.
Okay, so I'd be happy to hear from you. Go ahead, ma'am.
I'm going to be her classmate.
That's fine.
First of all, I want to
I'm here.
I'm nervous, and we apologize for the mistake our kid made. We seriously appreciate the time of the judge and everyone. I'm Silva. And my brother watching me when he was little kid, he was only 6 I tried to raise him like with respect, love, and care. I never had trouble in bad behavior to because all his duties was school, work, and his free time, and it was video games. And with the time, he changed when he changed a lot, and I never thought that this relationship was the cause of his change.
The mic support.
He was nervous. He always was worried about getting more money. He was mad. He wants more time to spend outside. And I was worried about that, but I thought it was just his job. When this happened, when that problem happened, I noticed it was for this relationship. He lost his friends. After this problem, me and my brother, we have good get out from social media because we have to get out from social media because we have attacks. Because we have a message because we are bad persons. So now he's here alone and he's putting his plans with him. He's not with plans everyone left. Sí, está cambiado su vida. You know, porque no tiene libertad. He has changed. He will have a freedom after he has the person he's left. Yes. Su vida es más cerrada. His life is like, he's like close. This is affecting him and us because he's happy to go to home. And I'm sad because his attack in this case. I feel so sad.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
One of them is speaking, the other one's translating.
I didn't mention my remarks, but he's been on, as you know, community corrections for the last year and a half. He's been on prison for a year and a half. My understanding is that there's no violations filed out. My understanding is that there are no problems with them. It has been a year and a half in prison, which he's performing very well on. I'm going to take a shot at it. We have a therapist. This therapist on, I believe, on the WebEx. Ms. Vanderwist. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yes. Yes.
May I ask you some questions, John?
Of course.
Good morning, good afternoon. Thank you for appearing. You know Mauricio Guerrero?
Yes, I worked with him for a couple of months. I was asked by a relative if I would start to see him, and although I'm mostly retired, I made a decision to at least see him once, and once I saw him, I decided that I would continue working with him.
Can you tell Judge Howard what it is you're working on with him? What kinds of things?
I think that Mauricio is very immature and very lonely. And this loneliness he has with since pretty much the age of 8. He sees his life as having been normal up to the age of 8. And then his father suddenly disappears. And after that, the kids at school make fun of him because he doesn't have a father. And he pretty much is isolated. He does develop some friends in which he can play games with and stuff, but he always kind of feels on the edge of that group. He makes friends with a man and a woman in high school. Not a friendship that with the woman in sexual in any way. It was just they would hang out together. But this shows his immaturity, because though he knew how to study and attend classes, being with these friends was so that he didn't go to school. And so now he doesn't have his high school diploma, which he's beginning to work on, and hopefully completes, and then he can move on to college. So his need for people is so great, but his ability to have those relationships is not there. And he really needs a lot of work in therapy to develop that so that he can become, a human being in society that can meet his needs appropriately and add to society, is what I feel. Okay. He also feels that any relationship he makes, he thinks he is the cause for why he leave him.
Jerome, does that answer your question?
No, I'm all set. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Attorney Starbridge?
I think Mauricio would like to address you directly.
Right, so before I have Mr. Guerrero allocute, Attorney Garrod, did you want to respond to any arguments made by the defense at this point?
Yes, Your Honor. All
There we
the
go.
Attorney Starbridge sounded somewhat like a closing argument, and I guess to remind the court that the defendant was found guilty of criminal trespass and burglary, meaning he did not have permission. And the jury believed that he did not think that he had permission to enter Rachel's home on those 5 different occasions. And I think that's important because the way they were playing this immaturity is to seem that he didn't know what he was doing or he was manipulating into what he's doing. But it is clear that he knew that he was not wanted in that home, disregarded that, and that was for sexual compulsion, reason of sexual compulsion. Defense attorney says the defendant is not a sexual predator. My belief of a sexual predator is somebody whose sexual compulsion overwhelms their better judgment to the extent that they're committing crimes, which is exactly what the defendant was doing. So I would argue that he is a sexual predator and that the legislature thinks that he should be registered, should be on the registry because they made violation of privacy a registrable offense. I would also say that the defendant knew what he was doing was wrong as further proof that he was not somehow manipulated into this because he lied to the police repeatedly during his statements on the night to Detective Sunderland and other officers. When he first came into custody, he said that he was trying to retake items that belonged to his girlfriend. Then he kind of changed his story once confronted with the videos that were on his phone. Even then, when confronted with the key, he lied about having made a copy of her key until they tell him, well, we tried the key in the door and it didn't work. And it's only after he's confronted with information to the contrary that he admits anything. So I would say that there was a conscience there that he's aware what he was doing was wrong and he would have been aware at the time. And he took those steps to cover it up. The last and final piece, Your Honor, is to the extent Your Honor takes Ms. Vanderwist's input and her letter and her addressing the court today into consideration. The defendant was only engaged in counseling after he was convicted. Which I simply find, I believe that somebody coming up from sentencing starts to engage in counseling, it can be a bit disingenuous. But regardless, counsel told me on the phone yesterday that she did not review trial, she's not reviewing the evidence in this case. To the extent that she knows what is best for her sentence, I would say that she doesn't. I'm not sure that she's aware, just from the defendant talking to her, the extent of what happened during that time frame. But I think if she was, then maybe she would be more inclined to agree with the state that he deserves some stand committed time.
Thank you.
I think that's in my way. I also want to point out that I'm not trying to use her as a forensic specialist or expert. She's seen him, shows that he was working on that kind of stuff. That's the purpose for somebody. I just want to respond to one thing Attorney Garrod said. She indicates that he lied to the police, and he did. There's a lot of lying to the police going on. You may remember Rachel Nunez lied to the police as well. They were trying to see if she was going to screen in for domestic abuse, and so he said to her, "Now, you guys in an intimate relationship?" She goes, "Oh, no, nothing like that ever happened."
Win's a win.
In fact, there were at least 2 times.
Don't give
So
it.
she's lying. I'm not going to belabor this, but the reality is, what's very telling about he was getting his stuff back from his girlfriend. That's what he thinks. He thinks that she's his girlfriend. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. He's trying to get stuff back from his girlfriend. That's what he thinks.
Mr. Guerrero, it's my understanding that you do wish to address the court on the matter of your own sentencing. Is that correct?
Yes.
Right, so I'd be happy to hear from you. Go ahead.
Water. He's going to be nervous as anything.
No, I think we'll fly all right.
Right.
When he gave testimony, he was shaking.
First, I want to say that I'm sorry to Ms. Nunez and her mother and your whole family. costs a lot of pain to them. And it hurts me a lot too. I regret everything from meeting here. This whole thing. I'm sorry. I can't save my life anymore. I beg to God. I beg to anyone for forgiveness. I'm scared. I'm scared of being alone. What might happen to me after that? I'm really sorry to them, especially to Miss Borg. Hope she can forgive me. Hope she understands that I really mean that I'm sorry. And I'm just tired. I just can't sleep no more tonight. I feel so alone now. And I have my mom with me, and it feels good, but I lost my friends. They don't talk to me. I haven't talked to them for the past year and a half. People look at me, judge me. Now, I'm just sorry. Really am. Never wants it happen. I want to stay as far away as possible from his newness. I don't have no contact with her at all. I don't have no contact with her at all. Or anyone in her family. I see what I've done and I'm disgusted by myself. That's all I have to say.
All right, thank you. So before I take a recess to consider the appropriate sentence, is there anything further from either side?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
All right, thank you. I'll be in recess for about 10 minutes, then I'll come back and announce my sentence.
Okay. So Johnny Class, my neighbour. So he broke into this girl's house, but he's on OnlyFans. He thought with the wrong head boy. You know that, don't you? So now he's been sentenced. He can be sentenced up to 13 years today. 13 years. So so she absolutely took full advantage of him. He's with his family now. Uh, I don't know, what are we thinking? Do you think he's gonna get any jail? To be suspended sentence or jail? Oh, boys bach there, Johnny, honestly, oedd e'n meddwl dau pen wrong, boy. Law yn awr meddwl that. Here we are, they've zoomed in now. So yeah, he can get 11 years for the burglary and whatever the other sentence was, it's 12 months each. He can have trespassing or whatever it is. A few times, that's why. He can sort it out, John, you're right. John, you're right. He's just got a massive OnlyFans issue. Speaking a bit of Welsh there, so Johnny's from the same village as me, so I can speak a bit of Welsh to Johnny. Just being a bit of a bilingual stream here. And if people don't know so I call him Johnny Llath. Llath is milk, in Welsh. So if you want to say milk in Welsh, it's Llath. Llath. He's got his father used to be delivering milk to everyone in the vicinity for years. Retired a few years ago. Oh, thank you for watching. Yeah, but I want to watch again. Tahi. Yes, you do. Johnny speaking Welsh to you now, Samantha. And Johnny, see what Erin said? I know Welsh. Tahi. I taught her some words. Why? Oh, I can't. Oh, hang on. Let me get it. So it's Samantha. It's called. So Johnny's saying, How are you?" Basically, Samantha. Long way. I'll say it now. It is. Llanfair Pwll Gwyngyll, Gill Gogerich Wynndrobwys, Llantysilio Goch. That's the name of the place. Yeah. So this is the name of a village in Wales, right? No bull. This is the name of a village in Wales. Uh, All one word. All one word. Cachi, cachi. That's it. No, I can't even say it. I have to look it up. I can't even say it. There we are, and that's what it's called in one sentence. Llanfair Pwll Gwyngyll, Gogerich Wynndrobwys, Llantysilio Gogogoch. Bippity bop bop. Bop 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 bop. Bop. So yeah, that's what it is. I can't even say it. I have to look it up to say it. That's a Welsh village. Oh, right, Court TV. I don't want that. I want to have my bicycle. I want to have it now. It's where is it here? Right. It's a long name. Let me tell you that much now. Well, but just about say it. I struggle to say it. I have to read it to say it. Otherwise, I won't be able to say it. You tried. You were quite close. Look, I can't even pronounce it, and it's really hard to me. It is really hard. I'm just gonna go law and crime now. Law and crime not even showing this, which is a bit madness. So the prosecution want him in jail for 7 years, and sex register, and they said no. That's true. That's true. Um, if Johnny Clark's still here, John, did you know about Boy Drws Nesa? Uh, the guy next door one of my neighbours got found with over 10,000 inappropriate pictures of children, and he got a 10-month sentence, suspended for 2 years. Couldn't believe it. You're all right. You can cuss because they don't think that they do anything with the chat. Um, so, like I says watch live. We're just waiting for this one stopped. They're gonna create another video, I think. Um, where else would it be? Would it need? So it's not there. It's gonna be another stream, isn't it? As in another video. Away. I don't know that. I don't know where. Like, can people keep an eye out because I don't know. Keep an eye out to see where it's gonna be because I don't know. I'm surprised we've even got Core TV. So I can't play Trials on Core TV, and I'm absolutely gobsmacked that I'm allowed to even watch this. Um, where will it be after this? Ah, okay, okay. So we will. Will it still be here, or will it be in the watch lot? I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna have to keep refreshing it, and see what happens. There. So what I'll do now as well, live streaming. They need to drop the placeholder first. Fine. Yeah, fine. So keep refreshing it. Fine. It's just odd to me. Why don't you just keep streaming? Keep streaming, guys. Do you know what I mean? Ah, Erin, happy days. Like, look, let's do this then. Let's hope that they don't come back, Erin, for the next quarter of an hour or so. Then, when I get to it, um, there we go. I'll go in there then. And go in there. So what I'm gonna do here, they were due back years ago. Yeah, Kim. To be fair, I only put this in last minute, Kim, so don't worry. So I've also done this, right? I have. Oh no, why is a heart there? Pin message. So that's the link to the next stream after this one. Um, but just to let you know, I've done it so that once this closes, you should go straight there if people want to come to watch the closing arguments for the Texas trial, for the Texas shooting trial. But if not, the link for it is there. You can press it now and just join it now if you want. Um, it'll take you straight there. The one thing I'll say I've noticed, I'm not sure, right? There's a lot of new people that have been here, but I've only gained one subscriber. No one's subscribing. What's going on? Unless I lost some subscribers and then people subscribed. The judge say he was taking, yeah, for this one, yeah, for this. But the other judge, the Texas one, they were supposed to be back pretty much 55 minutes ago, but he's still not back. I have been watching chats, most support, only one charge was attempted on Zach. So yeah, so exactly what I've been saying and Erin, exactly what I said all along. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. It would mean the world. Everyone is there but the judge, yeah. So that's perfect. That's perfect for us. So hopefully, as you can see, the top thingy, we're going straight there after this. Hopefully, we'll have a few more subscribers. 1 subscriber with so many new people. Damn. Right, okay, so there's that. I'm gonna open the link for that next one then. So it's ready for me. Everybody. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm in the waiting room for the next one, so rock your body. Yeah, right. Guns, Livestock, Dom. Oh, Jesus, this guy. Stalker, yeah. So I'll keep refreshing it. And last updated 618. Jeez. So if we hear of anything, the judge is back, then we will quickly go and try and find it. Watch live. I would watch live if it was live. Um, okay, so straight after this, redirect. I'm glad, other people are saying the same, Erin. I know that um, Ferrell and Lefty thought differently, but I'm very strongly that it was only one attempted murder and the other two got the other ones. And also, he should be found guilty for possessing an firearm at the school as well. So, and you thought the same as well. And Sarah thought the same. So, we're winners. Um, So this one, yeah, this is interesting. I hope the ones that didn't. So just explain in this courtroom, right? The mic where the mother and sister were. Look at me going on that. The mic where the mother and sister um were speaking from. Even in the trial, that mic was awful, awful. They never fixed it. So still haven't fixed it. So you could barely hear them during court. But there was more than one camera though. Defendant is leaving the. Oh, okay. Melting, beer by 34 degrees Celsius, need a pee. That's fine. You go and have a pee, Sam. It's all good. It's all good. Read that out loud, you see. Yeah, go and have a dip. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, Erin. That doesn't surprise me. I thought that as well when you said that he's leaving. There would probably be a plea deal here, I imagine. And he'd be stupid not to take it if there was a plea deal. Um, you got to think, look, you're probably getting 20 years, and just for the attempted murder, you'd be lucky to get 20 years for everything. Do you know what I mean? He's 19. If he gets 20 years, for instance, it's all right. Okay, he should have taken it. Yes, absolutely. No, I need to swim. Stop it. I'm blushing now. Dang it. Hey, we all pee in the sea. It's all good, Sam. It's all good. You got to remember, right? This my worst thing is whenever I see something on the screen, I just say it, or I make it up, obviously. So that's why I've got to be careful with the swearing. When people swear, I can't swear or try not to. Sarah, I've done well in this stream. I've done well, I think, Sarah, in this stream. Uh, Anything less than life is good as this one. Yes, I wonder how much the aggravated assault would be, because the attempted murder is between 2 and 20 years. So I do wonder because I can't see him getting 60. Thank you, Sarah. When I get praise from you, I'm happy. I've only sworn one bad, well, maybe 2 bad words, but come on, that's fine. I'm getting better. And I'm also limited straight away, so we're getting there. Um, I think Yeah, he's he shouldn't get 3 consecutives for 20 years. Enjoy your dip. Sharon, you're a pro. You're teaching all my mods how to do it. Welcoming guests, tell them to like and so jeez. You can tell you're a mod because you're on it. You just like bang, 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 bang. Like a gun-free zone. Yeah, he's gonna get that as well. He's definitely 100% getting that. Yeah, it looks like he's if he doesn't agree to plea deal, he'll get life. Don't think I want gavel to gavel, do I? The front seat. No, I don't want that. So so Stacey, for this one, the judge just wants 10 minutes to come up with an outcome. Um, so he's been out now for probably around 10 minutes, I think. In Texas one, which we'll go to straight after this one, I believe they've been out for a while. The judge is not back. The defendant's gone, and I believe the defendant is probably discussing a plea deal. I mean, the defense for that trial should be shamed. I mean, they didn't even put up a defense. That says something about the trial. No worries, Stacey. Ask your questions. It's all good. You can ask your questions. Ask in Welsh if you want, or English. It's fine. Don't ask another language, otherwise we're buggered. I nearly said the F word there, but I didn't. Held it in. So, judge should be back any second, any minute. I'm keeping fresh in it. Say when I say watch live, it just takes me here, so to the same place as I'm at here. What do we think he's gonna get? I th if he gets probation, what a win for him. I where's it? Oh, that's a good question, Sharon. That's a good question. I try and ask people that. That's a good question. I know where most people are from. I'm from West Wales. I'm from West Wales, I am. Sam's from Costa Rica. Now we know that. Where's everyone else from? That's a good question, Sharon. Thank you for asking that question. It seems to come better from you because it seems to be creepy whenever I say, "Where you from? What's your number? What's your address?" Doesn't come across so good. Wasn't he on Kill TV? I'm 100% sure he would only get probation. Yeah, maybe Stacey. Chicago. Green Bay. You from Green Bay? Are you a Packer? Go Pack Go. Go Pack Go. Is that what that means? Green Bay, GB. Look all the new people, yeah? I don't know. Are you? Zach's attack was planned out in advance, including, yeah, that was definitely. I'm enthralled in reading this. Not comment. Haha, I bet you are. Arkansas, Texas, Tonya Chapman. I think Tonya's been here before. East Texas. Here, howdy, 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 y'all. Is that what you say? Howdy, y'all. You and Sarah can talk. Howdy, y'all. Jill, you've never been here before. Welcome, Jill, to the channel. Thank you very much for being here. I'm in Dorset, England. Yes. Lou is I was gonna say a psychologist is what she is. Look at this. Highs here. Canada and Ireland. Ireland. Island, together standing strong, shoulder to shoulder. Hi, Sarah. Oh, Tony, that's lovely. Reads about Arkansas. Pig. Yeah, Arkansas. When you talk about football, I know where you are then straight away. Hello from East Texas. Howdy y'all. Howdy y'all. You see, I could do it. Howdy y'all. I know Texans. I know how to do it. Big belt buckles. I know. Only Aggies say howdy. Oh, so you're an Aggie, Sarah? Tony and Sarah, you must know each other. Oh, Sam's back. Sam's back. We won't say what we said behind the back now. Hi, Jill. Hello, Sharon. Look at all this. This is love. This is what I like to see. Minnesota. Erin's from Minnesota. Sharon, are you from Green Bay? Are you a go pack go pack go girl? Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe. Yeah, please subscribe as well. Don't be shy. Look at this. Thanks for the reminder. Kim, yes, you're bad. Oh, just live in Aguilan. Ah, yeah, yeah. No pack, no. No pack, no. Jets, 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 Jets. Where's Dave? Dave's from Green Bay. Dave would have loved this today. Dave is a very big Packers fan. Aaron Vikings fan. I'm still yet to choose my team yet. I need to choose my team. No, do you know what? Eng Oh, Sharon, Great Britain. I thought it was Green Bay. You're saying, Jesus. Sorry, Sharon. Do you know what? I can't. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but obviously I could do a bit of Irish. I could do the Welsh one and stuff, obviously, but no, I can't do Canadian one, unfortunately. Watch live. No. So there's nothing. All right, let's go to watch live here then. Must be here. Core TV aren't back here. Where is it? I got a Dak Prescott jersey. I got my Dak Prescott jersey. No, but I'm not gonna support them. It's all right. Who do you? Are you Houston Texans? Are you a Texan? Charlotte's from UK. Yeah, I guessed it. But when she said GB, I'm so used to everyone being from Green Bay on this stream. I instantly thought it was Green Bay, Great Britain. Jesus. I have got a Dak Prescott jersey. I'm not even kidding you. I got it for like 14 quid. About what? Or was it $14? I think it was. I'm not going to choose them. I'm not. You San Francisco 49ers. Okay, that's a good side. That's a good side. Hi, Erin. Nice to meet ya. Nice to meet you all of you. Nice to meet you all. You all are very friendly. You all are very generous. Um, I'm not going to be Dallas Cowboy. I know that much. Oh, thank you. We gained another 2 subscribers. Thank you very much. I got it really cheap. Not even kidding. Bye. Jeez. That's what they sing the national anthem in America, don't they? And it's like, at the end they go, Chiefs. Welcome to any lurker out there. Yes, the lurkers. I love it when the lurkers come out. Come out, Tonya, and everybody. Come, make sure you come out often. We love lurkers. Jill Hirsch, New Jersey. Are you a Jets, Jets? Are you Giants? I choose. I probably both. So who's got the hottest quarterback right now? Oh, Patrick Mahomes. Paddy. No, I love college as well. Stacey, I love college as well. Yeah, just pop in, say hello, guys. Mason Sharp, I would predict 8 to 11 years for Timothy. Oh, okay, okay, okay. As you take that. If it was 8 years, snap it up, son. 11 years, snap it up, son. Stacey, nice as butt. Um, I'm a rugby girl. Yeah, well, I used to play rugby, but I've gone more to the NFL now. I love the NFL college football. I used to like American football, don't follow. Okay, don't get me started. Start away, Jill. Start away. That's a shame because you've got Aaron Rodgers with the Jets now and Danny Dimes with Giants. Sock toxic. Banshee likes soccer, football, football. Still football, just a different kind of football. I've gone off football, so I play football and rugby, like soccer football. I'm done with it. I'm done with both. That's why I love American sports. That's why I want to live in America one day. Do you know what I mean? Just need to sort out a visa. Oh, I just met you guys. Don't want to be a Debbie Downer. You're never a Debbie Downer. We love it. You're not a Debbie Downer whatsoever, Jill. Never in a million years would you be Jill. Hey, Jill, let me be honest with you, right? My chart, I got a chart full of nosy bitches, right? So everyone wants to know everyone's business here, right? So you'll never be Debbie Downer. Everyone will support you. Everyone won't, everyone wants to know everything about everybody. Honestly, I'd love to hear your story. I don't care for professional football. They are to vote for me. They are to vote for me. Too woke for me. Fine, 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 fine. Yeah, I mean NFL, professional football. Um, we've refreshed it 4 times. What I'll do now is I'll go back to Core TV itself. Um, go back, watch live, go back to this one again. Nothing. Kim Yessie, what's the Kim asking? As she thought, yes. Not really on this stream though. The earlier stream, he showed us his boobies. Yes, twice. Toxic. Woke. Refresh your page and see if your subs. Oh, hang on. Yes, fine. Hang on. Went up 2. Hang on. Let's have another look here now. So it went up by 2. Oh, it went up again. Got up by 3 now. I'm guessing that was you, Sharon. So thank you very much, Sharon. Um, yeah, no, that's probably true, Eric. You missed my boobies twice. Nearly as good as European soccer footy. No, right there. Does it count if I use dollars? What's that? Does what count? I do not know what you mean, Kimmy. Let's refresh it again. Oh, thanks, Sharon. Ah, yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Chill. Yeah, say it again, Kim. I don't know what you meant by that. The game is much slower than Europe, I find. Yes. No, it was me. Thank you very much, Sharon. Average life expectancy for football player in the States is between 53 and 59. That's where I can't watch. Yeah, no, I get it. CTE and stuff as well is really bad as well. So get it though. They do it like, unfortunately, we look at it as a sport, don't we, rather than, people's lives, you know? Does it count if I use to cover swear word? Well, considering whenever I swear, I don't so, my problem is, at the minute, when I swear, I'm under, surveillance, basically, because I get limited. I don't make any money on YouTube at the minute because of I believe my swearing, so I'm not in the algorithm. Um, to cover swear word, dollar cover swear word. Yeah, dollars cover swear words. Definitely cover swear words. My daughter is a sub. Happy days, happy days. Thank you, Samantha. I can't even call you your proper name yet because I've got 15 more minutes to go. Um, but I do really appreciate everyone that's popped in today. I'm so glad Recovery Addict hasn't got a stream today. Because I get to meet lovely people. Um, watch live again then, refresh it. I'm not joking, Erin, right? When you on YouTube, right, you switch it on money for each video saying monetize video and you say yes. So it goes green, right? When I do it, it goes straight to amber, limited. It doesn't even go to green, limited. All my videos are limited. No matter this one is limited from the start. Even though I've only sworn maybe once, it's a joke. Absolute joke. Live for a little bit now. Have a meeting. No worries. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine, Sarah. Don't worry. It's fine. He can ring to cover his. Once I get look, I've spent so much money on this setup now, thousands of pounds. So I'm not spending any more. But once I do, I'm gonna get a mixer. So anytime I want to swear, it'll be, you know, beep, um, or like a bugger off thing. Let me have a look to see if there's anything else here. Um, there. Just gonna see if there's anybody else no, I wanna go to YouTube, not that one. Oops, that one then. That one. Okay. No, no one else is showing it, so it's not just us guys, there's no one, I don't believe showing it at the minute. So that's good. Well, I'm having fun today. The so the need to know basis. We all are true yeah, happy days, Sharon. I'm glad of that. And I'm glad that Toxic told you about this channel and stuff, you know? I say we're only a couple of months old. We're not, you know, we're not like the big channels. You know, we could be grinding for it, you know? Oh, I don't I hope not, because 'cause I've said bugger a couple of times here now, Luke. Kim, absolutely. What are you 2 need to know? Okay, I get you now about the daughter. Yes, I get you now. Let's refresh this bad boy again then. The judge might actually be thinking about this. You never know. And I thought it was 10 minutes, so I'm not like, I would've pulled something else up or watched something else with you guys, but I thought this was only gonna be like 10 minutes, but now it's gone even longer. It's more like 20 minutes now. What's sliding through there. So, yeah, I hope no one gets shy now. Jill as well, uh I 100% understand you about what you're saying about it. It's a risk reward, isn't it? You want to have the money for your family, but you risk CTE and other injuries and, you know, mental health issues so yeah, I get it. Yeah, this is what I mean. I'm so glad he was, away. I'm not sure how long he's away from. I'm really glad he's away today, so he can hang with you. Well, thank you, and hopefully when he's away again, you pop back in. Don't be a stranger is all I ask. Um, obviously I'm a complete opposite of him, so, in terms of channel. So yeah, pop in anytime. I really appreciate that you're here. We're a fun little community. The problem is everyone's got the channels, do you know what I mean? So it's really hard sometimes for smaller channels to grow because, like, you got RA and people got Vices and you know what I mean? So there's loads of channels out. Um, but yeah, I feel lucky that, we got a small but mighty channel. Um, so, yeah, and that's why I'm grateful for you guys coming in. Toxic, I'm so grateful when she first came here. Always grateful for people popping in and stuff, and hanging out and stuff. So thank you very much, Samantha, and to you, Sharon, and everyone else popped in from RA. Oh, that's fine, Jill. That's fine. Sign in. Just tell us who you are, though, and give us subscribe. Judge, we're Judge. Now, so just so you guys know, right, we have the Queen herself just arrived. So just so everyone knows, the Queen herself has arrived. The Law Lounge with Lady Law. You sometimes will see her streaming with me. She's she's like Erin and Sarah and everybody. She's my boss, essentially. Um, but I can tell you, Samantha and everybody, anonymity and all. Oh yeah, okay, that's fine, Jill. Um, Sarah, this lady's about to start a channel as well, and she's gonna explode. She's gonna be great. I'll share her channel here now once I get a chance to get it. Um, need to go. No, is it live stream? No, need to go on this one, don't I? YouTube. I need to go to premium, and then I shall go and see Lady Law. You should follow. She's not started yet, but when she does, trust me, she's gonna be awesome. So she's definitely give her a subscribe now because when she does start, she'll be covering trials, but also lots of other things as well, interesting things. Um, paste. So yeah, please give Lady Law subscription. She's a lawyer. She will be covering trials, but she also covers a lot of other stuff, which I don't want to talk about now. It's up to her to discuss that. But trust me, she'll be a very popular YouTuber. Um, and she has been on this stream a few times, and she adds a lot of value. So um, please subscribe. I hope your day's gone okay, Lilo. I know you posted about, um, you know, um, your friend, the boy, relapse and stuff. I hope he's okay. I hope he's doing fine. Yeah, that's lovely, Sharon. That's lovely of you to send that, Sharon. I know it's been a rough day for you. I don't. I'm not gonna, speak about it. It's your place to say, but I hope you're doing okay. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope he's doing fine. Um, you know, um, yeah. Yeah, you know where we are. You know I love you. You know where I am. You know you can bash me anytime you want. Um, yeah. So Okay, okay. So just so everyone knows, so Lady Law does a lot of, things about addiction and stuff like that, and she knows someone that's relapsed today, from alcohol, and, you know, it's a very, you know, sad thing, someone that she knows, someone she's close to. Addiction is a hell of a thing. So, yeah, any prayers welcome for him in his recovery. Um, Hopefully he recovers. Um, and yeah, I'm sure people on my channel will always support people in need. So thank you for your support. Gotta show the family's reaction to. Okay, well, if it's nothing here, fentanyl, okay. Always thoughts and prayers for Sarah P. Just subscribe. Thank you, Tonya. Sarah P. Thank you, Sam. Here's fentanyl. Yeah, yeah, I'd say thoughts definitely goes away. Welcome, Tonya. Still refreshing this, guys. It's all about positive vibes. We need positive vibes. We all need positive vibes at times. Hi, Dave. Go Pack Go, Dave. Go Pack Go. We're just here for the Mauricio Guerrero sentencing. We're just waiting for the sentencing, Dave. And just to put a bow on it, so Lady Lord's channel will cover stuff about addiction and stuff like that. And so as I say, please support it. Please, it's going to be a great channel. And not, I'm saying it's not just about trials; it is about real life stuff as well. And once you meet her, you'll know exactly what I mean. She's wonderful and a nice, genuine person. Um, so Core TV, nothing. Watch live again then, nothing. This is it's scary a bit because, like, come on, we should have we should have had something by now. Mm, hey, nothing there. Oh, well, so Dave was the one I was talking about. He's Go Pack Go, that's why I got confused about Sharon from GB. So Dave's from, GB, so that's why I got confused. When we talk about whores, there's no bigger whore out there than Dave in every stream going. Think I get away with that one, it's like a minute away from 2 hours. Dave's a great addition to the channel. Um, but yeah, as I say, he whores himself out. He's on every channel. No, nothing there still. Watch live. You and that dong of yours goes around at all the places, Dave. I love having Dave in, and Dave always comes in with the Go Pack Go signs. Um, he just talk about you. We were talking about you because I thought Sharon is from. She said GB. I was like, well, Go Pack Go, Go Pack Go, but she meant Go Great Britain. I was like, "Oh, you're lucky Dave's not here. He's from Green Bay as well, GB." But Samantha Terry, no, Dave isn't my friend. Sorry, Dave, if that came out Wrong. I'm not sure what I did there, Sam. Oh! It's 2 hours. Samantha Terry, you sly bitch. Here we go. We're past 2 hours. Potty mouth comes out. Terry, no. Sorry, Terry, no, Dave isn't my friend. Sorry, Dave. That didn't come out wrong. It's all good. I tell you what, Sharon, he's everyone's friend. Dave is everyone's friend. As long as you've got a dirty mind, Dave is everyone's friend. But he's a Green Bay Packer fan, so he'll be your friend. Um, the eyes. Handed over the card. Pray she doesn't break the bank. But she gives you the eye bunch, you gotta. We're talking about how much the Packers suck. From Chicago. Yes, the Bears. The Bears. I know I got it wrong, Dave, but I've definitely seen Dave around. Dave has got his dong out every single stream. He's like, ladies, ladies. He's a schmoozer. He's a schmoozer from Green Bay. Likes his bikes. Likes to take them around on his bike. Bam, 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 para. On my bicycle, I like to take him right. Packers are gonna kill the Bears on week 1. Go, love, go. You've signed another QB lately, haven't you, Dave? Ex-Seahawks and 49ers, I believe. Um, right, what's going on with this guy? I mean, we Vikings. Have you watched that quarterback program on Netflix then with Kirk Cousins on there? Everyone's gonna smash the Bears. I don't know. I think the Bears are doing it the right way at the minute. You've got a good GM and a head coach there. You're doing it the right way. You might get just a little bit this year, but you're gonna be right. Jordan Love is Paho's little brother. Those eyes give me every bloody time. That's the way it should be though, Toxic. Banshee. That's the way it should be. Wait, what? Banshee Toxic card unpacked. Send location, pin now. It's back. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's back. It's been. No spoilers. No spoilers.
Be an appropriate sentence in this case. This case does obviously involve extremely unique circumstances that have been largely restated here at this hearing, and all of the facts and circumstances came out at trial. It's a complicated case. In the end, my job is to determine for Mr. Guerrero what is a reasonable and proportionate sentence to the offense and his individual characteristics. I have also considered the arguments made by the state and its sentencing recommendation, the arguments made by Attorney Starbranch and his recommendation, and the statement made by Mr. Guerrero's mother, as well as his own allocution here today. I've taken into account the aggravating factors, which include that this was a dwelling of another at night. It appears to have been motivated by an intent to violate Ms. Nunez's privacy and to satisfy a certain obsession that Mr. Guerrero had with her. And I'll talk more about that in just a moment. So there are some aggravating circumstance to it. The mitigating circumstances are Mr. Guerrero's age, his relative lack of maturity, particularly from a social standpoint, and his complete lack of any criminal history. So for all of, and also I've taken into account the conventional considerations in sentencing, such as the need to specifically deter you from future criminal conduct. I do not expect that you'll be in trouble with the law again, and I've built a sentence here that will help ensure that. General deterrence, obviously, the sentence has to have some component to send a message to the community that this type of behavior won't be tolerated and will be punished. And then as well, rehabilitation, and there's a significant component of this sentence that deals with rehabilitation. It does appear to me that you have at least begun the process of rehabilitation. That has not been, I think, in my judgment, significant at this point. And I do intend to impose requirements on you that are geared toward your rehabilitation. The offense and the unique circumstances of the offense do require a period of incarceration. And so on the following charge IDs, in docket number 22 CR 64, charge ID ending in 114C, that's a Class B felony burglary. And then 3 criminal trespass charges, 115C, 910C, and 22 CR 68, charge ID ending in 940C. You are sentenced to the House of Correction for a period of 12 months. You have pretrial confinement credit of 16 days. This sentence is stand committed commencing today. And these 4 sentences are concurrent with each other. You are to participate meaningfully in and complete any counseling, treatment, and education programs as directed by your correctional authority. You are ordered to be of good behavior and comply with all the terms of the sentence. And then the sentencing order includes the following language. This sentence does not include a recommendation for administrative home confinement. If at any time during the sentence, the superintendent deems AHC to be conducive to the defendant's rehabilitation, the superintendent shall notify both the court and the state prior to release, and if requested by the state, a hearing shall be promptly held under RSA 651-19-3. In docket number 22 CR...
1 year in jail.
I believe it's 64. 68. This is the Class A felony burglary. The sentence is as follows. You're sentenced to the House of Correction for a period of 12 months with no pretrial confinement credit. All of this sentence is suspended during good behavior and compliance with all the terms and conditions of this order. Any suspended sentence may be imposed after a hearing at the request of the state. The suspended sentence begins today and ends 5 years from your release from the House of Correction. This sentence is consecutive to your House of Correction sentence if imposed. In addition, you're placed on probation for a period of 3 years on this sentence upon the usual terms of probation and any special terms determined by your probation officer, and probation begins upon your release. Subject to the provisions of RSA 504A43, your probation officer is granted the authority to impose a jail sentence of 1 to 7 days in response to a violation of a condition of probation not to exceed a total of 30 days during the probationary period. If you violate your probation and your probation is revoked by the court, you may be sentenced up to the legal limits for the underlying offense. The underlying offense is a Class A felony and is punishable by up to 7.5 to 15 years in state prison. You are to participate meaningfully in and complete any counseling, treatment, or educational programs as directed by your correctional authority or your probation officer. You're ordered to have no contact with Rachel Nunez, Weston Nunez, or Victoria Bork, either directly or indirectly, including but not limited to contact in person, by mail, phone, email, text message, social networking sites, and or through third parties, or any digital or virtual platform of any kind. You're ordered to be of good behavior and comply with all the terms of the sentence. Further, you shall continue in counseling and provide proof as directed by your probation officer. Within 90 days of release from the House of Correction, you shall obtain a psychosexual evaluation by a qualified provider and follow all recommendations as a condition of the suspended sentence and your probation sentence. With respect to the state's request that I qualified Mr. Guerrero as qualifying for registration with the sex offender registration. I do not find by clear and convincing evidence that the offenses here were driven by a sexual compulsion, as I understand that term to mean under the statute. Nevertheless, even if it did, I do not find that Mr. Guerrero's circumstances suggest that protection of the public requires registration, and therefore he will not be required to register as a sex offender. Attorney Starbridge, are there any objections to the legality of the sentence?
No, Your Honor.
Attorney Garrod.
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. So, Mr. Guerrero, the sentence is now imposed. What happens next is you're taken into custody by the sheriff. You'll be brought across the street to the House of Correction. Good luck.
Basically, the judge has put it all in his hands now and said, look, I'm giving you a year. If you fuck up, some of it past 15 years. I didn't add it all up, but if he messes up, he's going to jail. He won't appeal it. He won't appeal it. He won't appeal it. I don't think he'll appeal it. He's going to jail now. So the appeal will take forever. So I don't know the difference between jail and prison. So I don't know, but he won't appeal that. He'll take that. In the grand scheme of things, that's a good win for him. Is it really, Eric? This is what I don't get. Some people say jail's fine, but I'm presuming he's going to be put under um close watch. He's definitely going to be on suicide watch. That's for sure, 100%. He's going to be on suicide watch for a few months. Yeah, this is what I mean. It might be prison, but whatever happens, I don't think he's going to be with people that much. I think he's going to be isolated a bit, suicide watch and stuff like that. In the US jail and prison, exactly. That's why I don't know what he's doing. Paul Weberg is gonna with us sink or swim now. Absolutely, it's in his hands. Um, we'll see. He'll say some more stuff again. So about what happened to it. I don't think I thought it'd be worse than what it is. They wanted 7 years. So and also, I don't think it's generalization, Sam. I think because of what the counsellor said that and what he said about his psyche, he's going to probably get a month's evaluation, and then he's not going to be fit enough to be with people. I don't think so. Uh, I can't see in general population for a while, and by that point, I think, hi Millie. Oh, here we go. We'll watch a little bit in a bit, Heidi. Hello, Heidi. 2:30. Well, we still got a Texas shooting. So I'm gonna go there now. Hi, Millie. Nice to see you, Millie. Okay. Jesus. Right, you're all welcome back. Right, we're about to switch streams. Hi, Millie, Jamie, Heidi. Sorry, hi, Heidi. Right, we're about to switch streams. So the stream link is on the top, but you should all get booted to it. So I'm gonna end this one, and we're gonna watch the shooting, Texas shooter, and if there's enough time, we will watch the press conference that you're talking about. New handle. Thank you, Millie, for letting us know. Remind me what it is. Carly kidnapping. Fine, Carly kidnapping. Hit the like here and on the other side. Right, end here. Hopefully see you on the other one. End broadcast.